Let's move on now to question 3.3. Scientists find evidence for human evolution. All right, so we're looking at human evolution by comparing humans to other hominids. The upper limbs of all humans and African apes show similarities, similar characteristics. But the dentition, or the teeth, show differences. So we've got similarities in the way our upper limbs are structured, humans and African apes like gorillas and chimpanzee, and we have differences as far as our dentition, or the structure of our teeth, is concerned. We get to our first question. Why do scientists look for similarities between humans and African apes? What do these similarities tell us? Well, similarities are going to point to something called common ancestors. We are going to see that if we have something in common with African apes, it indicates or suggests that there might be a common ancestor to that ape and the human. So we were talking about, here we go, upper limbs of humans. Upper limbs are your hands, for example, and your arms. So the hands of modern humans have an opposable thumb. So that helps us to grasp things. And if we look at the hands of African apes, we see they also have an opposable thumb to grasp things. And that indicates then to scientists that the common ancestor of the African apes, the modern African apes and humans, probably also had opposable thumbs. So why do we look for similarities? Because we are wanting to establish whether modern humans and African apes have common ancestors. And look what I've done. Explain the importance of positioning of the thumbs for African apes and humans. So what I said to you was that we have that characteristic. Humans have the opposable thumb, and so do African apes. But our question says, what is the importance of this similarity? Well, we must say what that positioning is. So we call it, or we name it, opposable thumbs, and explain its importance. It is important for grasping or carrying items or things or tools. It helps both the humans and the African apes to hold things, to grasp things. Look at your dog, for example. It can't pick up a pen. It can't hold a pen because it hasn't got an opposable digit. So when we have an opposable digit, the significance or the importance of that is for grasping, and the significance of that is development of tool usage. 3.3, state one difference between the teeth of humans and the teeth of African apes. One difference is going to give us 2 points. In humans, this is the situation, but in the African apes, that is the situation, and you're going to get 2 marks. It says state the difference. Please do not tabulate. There's a big difference in what that verb is. It's saying state, write a sentence, and tabulate, draw a table. We are not drawing a table. Don't do what the instruction doesn't tell you to do. So we need to just state the difference. Remember when you learnt about the dentition, humans, that's very wobbly, humans had a nice gentle curve to their jaw, whereas apes have a much more pronounced rectangular jaw. Humans, we find, do not have a very large canine tooth. Our canines are slightly larger than the other teeth, the incisors around them. So we've got a difference in the shape of the jaw. We've got large canine teeth as opposed to canine teeth that are the similar length to our other teeth. We've also got what's known as a diastema. That's its fancy word. The other word is gap. So diastema means gap. Apes have a diastema, or a gap, between the canine and the other teeth. Humans, there's no gap between the different kinds of teeth. So I've actually given you 3 differences here: the shape of the jaw, the size of the canines, and the presence or absence of a gap called a diastema. You would be able to just pick one of them. Don't waste your time doing 2 or 3. And anyway, the marker is only going to mark the first one that you give.